7 years after the Easter Sunday bombings tore through Sri Lanka, the nation marks a solemn anniversary with countrywide observances and a public march for justice in Negombo. While church bells toll in memory of the 279 victims who perished on April 21st, 2019, survivors and families are still desperately awaiting answers and accountability from authorities. The Catholic Church, led by Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith, Archbishop of Colombo, has repeatedly rejected state-led investigations and called for an independent international inquiry into the gruesome attack. Leading the anniversary commemorations, the Archbishop emphasizes that the Church's pursuit of accountability will not waver.
We will never give up our struggle for truth and justice for this terrible tragedy that happened in 2019.
The Archbishop further warns that if the newly elected administration fails to yield transparent and concrete results soon, the Catholic community is fully prepared to escalate their demands.
So, at the end of the 7th year, what do I say? I say we are still hoping and waiting and expecting. If nothing happens within the period of 1 or 2 years at least, I can understand that these things take time and they need to go through certain formalities. But if nothing happens, then we will be forced to get onto the streets.
The tragedy unfolded when militants from the National Tawheed Jamaat, a little-known local extremist outfit, targeted 3 churches and 3 luxury hotels in simultaneous suicide bombings. One of the primary targets was St. Sebastian's Church in Negombo, a Catholic stronghold near the capital, Colombo. Mercy Philomena Tissera is a survivor of the Sunday Easter attack who chillingly recalls the exact moment the suicide bomber prepared to detonate the explosives inside the sanctuary.
පිටිපස්සටම නෙමෙයි පැත්තට හැරුණා. හැරිලා පාටම මේ යා නැමිලා මේ අතේ බෙල්ල චුට්ටක් මෙහාට කරලා මේ අතේ කපාටම ඉස්සරහට මේ අත් දෙක මෙහෙම කරන මොකද්ද කරා? ඒකම මට සිහිය නැතුව ගියා. කියන්නේ මම එකපාරට අනේ දෙයිනේ කියලා මම මොකක්ද ඔළුවට උනා. මම අනේ දෙයිනේ කියලා මෙහෙම කරලා කරබානකොට මම එච්චරයි ඒ ටිකෙන් දන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මට සිහිය නැතුව ගිහලා
The powerful explosion killed 115 people, many instantly and others later in hospitals. One of the deadliest terror attacks in the Indian Ocean nation, the Easter Sunday bombing victims included 45 foreigners and left about 500 injured. Today, Tissera explains the permanent, devastating toll the attack has taken on her daily life and independence.
අද අපි ලෙඩින් ඉතින් කොහොමත් අර මොන දේ ලැබුණත් කෙරුවත් මේ මොකද මම ඇත්තටම කියනවා නම් හරිම නිරෝගී. හරි නිරෝගී හිටිය අවුරුදු 60න් තමයි මේක උනේ. මේ ඒ වෙනස්කම්ම මට හොඳට නිරෝගී ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න වැඩපලක් කරන්න මේ මේකක් මට තිබුණා. ඉතින් දැන් ඇත්තටම මෙහෙම වෙලාවකට ඒක හිතනකොටත් ඇත්තටම ඉතින් දුකයි. ඉතින් වයසට යනකොට අපිට කාටවත් වැඩපල කරගන්න බෑ. ඒ වුණාට ඉතින් මේ වයස වෙනකොටත් දැන් කිසි දෙයක් කරගන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවනේ. ඉතින් සදාහටම මේ වේකෙන් හින්දම ලෙඩක් වුණා.
Over the years, family members of victims, survivors, and rights groups have called for a fair investigation, justice, and compensation. The probe has long remained in limbo, with successive governments accused of negligence and politicizing the investigative process. Foreign media reports allege the bombings were part of a conspiracy to secure the return to power of the once powerful Rajapaksa dynasty. The family, led by former presidents Mahinda Rajapaksa and Gotabaya Rajapaksa, was toppled in a massive public uprising in July 2022. Court cases have yet to make notable progress. However, the court ordered former president Maithripala Sirisena to pay 100 million rupees, while top former police and intelligence officials were ordered to pay sums ranging from 10 million to 75 million rupees to victims' families and survivors as compensation. Despite the lengthy delays, Witness Dinal Fernando points out that a recent shift in political leadership has finally brought renewed optimism to the investigation.
කටයුතු කරනවා. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම අවුරුදු 5මාරක් තිස්සේ මේ ව්‍යසනයට මුහුණ දීලා ආණ්ඩු 3ක් තිබුණා. ඒ ආණ්ඩු තුනෙන්ම මේක හොයන තැනට වඩා මේක වසන් කරන තැනටයි වැඩ කටයුතු කරුවේ. මේ අවුරුදු 1මාරක් වගේ ඇතුළත පැවති නව ආණ්ඩුව යටතේ මේකේ පරීක්ෂණ කටයුතු හරි විදියට යනවා කියන එක ගැන අපිට තොරතුරු හම්බ වෙනවා.
After years of delay, the investigation gained new momentum after Sri Lanka formed its first leftist government under current President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, following the 2024 national election. As part of the probe, police arrested former Security Intelligence Service Chief Suresh Saleh on February 24th, following rallies and petitions by political and civil society groups. Serving as a voice for his community, Fernando emphasizes that financial compensation is not what the mourning families truly seek.
ඔව් ඒක තමයි දැන් නිතරම මම වින්දිතෙක් එක්ක මම කතා බහත් කරනවා මේ ගමේම මගේ හිටපු සහෝදරයෙක් තමයි නැති වුණේ. එතකොට එයාලා කියන්නේත් වෙනදට වඩා එයාලට මොනවාද ලොකු විශ්වාසයක් ගොඩනැගිලා තියෙනවා. අපිට මුදල් නෙමෙයි අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ. අපිට ඇයි මේක කෙරුවේ? කවුද කෙරුවේ? මොකද්ද මේකට හේතුව කියන එක එයාලට හොයාගන්න ඕන කියන එක එයාලා ඒ විශ්වාසයෙන් ඉන්නවා.
As the 7th anniversary concludes and marchers take to the streets of Negombo, the people of Sri Lanka remain steadfast in their pursuit, proving that the demand for absolute truth will not be silenced by the passage of time.